friends, as you can see from the title, today I'm doing another book review, and this time it is of Paper Towns by John Green. This is one of those widely loved, widely talked about contemporaries by John Green. He's just sort of, in a way, I guess he's viewed as the king of contemporaries. And I picked this up a couple of weeks ago because I wanted something quite small that isn't too thick or big, that I could read on a lot of journeys I was going on. And this book has since been to like Liverpool, Nottingham and London, as well as where I live in Stoke, so it's been well travelled and it is very, very battered. Overall I give this book a 3.5, maybe a 4 out of 5 stars, if not 3. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this. Just sort of on, I guess, the basic level, yeah, I really enjoyed this book. It was a really fun, contemporary, really cute, an adventure, and there's sort of a lot of lessons that you can take out of this. A lot of things which Q, who's the main character, learns that you can take out of this. And there's a lot of things which very much annoyed me, like really, really hugely annoyed me, especially towards the end when I started to really think about the book a bit more. But this book is just another classic John Green. It's a contemporary and it follows the story of a guy called Q, who is a senior in American high school. And one day his night, more like, gets disrupted by his next door neighbour, who he has been in love with for a long, long time. And they go on a nighttime adventure where she just disrupts a lot of people's lives. It's sort of a bit of revenge on the people who have hurt her, who she thought were her friends. She is sort of the cool, popular girl, and Q is, he's just one of, like, I guess, be one of the geeky kids, but he's not the band geek, he's the band geek's friend. Q is he's a very lovable guy. His best friends are like some of my favourite characters, so Ben and Radar are like 2 of my absolute favourite characters in this. Definitely more than Q and Margot. Simply because they are just so normal and down to earth, and like just sort of your average guys of that age who are in the band and are a bit geeky and maybe haven't grown into themselves yet and are a bit sort of all over the place. Like, they are just so normal, and I really enjoyed that. It was on the surface, I really enjoyed this. It's a really fun, really cute summery contemporary that it's very adventurous, a little bit mysterious, definitely will keep you guessing. You won't sort of be able to put your finger on what is going on because Q can't put his finger on what's going on. You are figuring stuff out as he is. And on the surface, it's a great book. However, I sort of read the last 100 pages in one sitting, and the more I thought about it, especially sort of a little bit before that, but the more I thought about it, the more I got into this book, the more it really annoyed me. Really annoyed me, really peed me off. Because there's a quote by, I think it's Ben or Radar. Let me see if I can find it. And this sort of, in a lot of ways, sums up the book, and that is, I have an old theory that she is somewhere in Orlando screwing with us and making sure she's the centre of our universe. That sums up this book. Margot, she turns up to this window, they go on this nighttime adventure, they break into SeaWorld, they exact her revenge, and the next morning she doesn't turn up at school. And Q starts to follow the cues that she has left. Q starts to follow the clues that she has left to finding her. And at first it was Q, at first it was this adventure, and Q was sort of finding himself and figuring out about life. And then the more you get into it, the more that you read that quote just stuck with me, because I was like, you know what, this girl is just so narcissistic. And it's just like the sort of Q and Ben and Radar and a few of the other characters who sort of go on this adventure with Q, they basically just give up like the last month and a half of their senior year at high school to find this girl who has ran off, who has done it of her own accord. She's not been kidnapped, she's missing, but she's an adult now, and it's just so narcissistic. Like, that quote is just so on point. I have an old theory that she's somewhere in Orlando screwing with us and making sure she's the centre of our universe. And this book is basically just about how Margot is the centre of Q's universe. He's so sort of in love with this girl, but it's not the girl, it's his idea and his view of Margot. It's the way that he perceives Margot. It's not actually who she is. That, like, it's just so, it's meant to be a contemporary, but in a way it's kind of felt like a fantasy, because this is just not real life. Like, okay, some teenage girls are that narcissistic and are that self-absorbed, yet they wouldn't really run off and leave a series of very bizarre clues that don't really lead to each other to then find her, and then sort of kicks off when they do find her. Sorry, that was a bit of a spoiler, but I'm just sort of talking. But it was just like they drove like across the country to find a girl that had left these clues, and I just get more and more annoyed because I'm like, this guy, his life shouldn't revolve around a girl that for 10 years ignored him. And then the ending just felt so unsatisfactory as well. I was like, what? Like, the ending was just so blah. Now maybe it's because I've been reading a lot of fantasy, but actually this, as I said, did kind of feel like fantasy. They're finding these really bizarre clues, and they go on this sort of journey to find Margot Ross Spiegelman. They're adventuring all over Florida, and it's just, yeah, on the surface I did enjoy this. I'm not gonna like say I didn't, because I did. But at the same time, it just had me very annoyed because this girl is so narcissistic, so self-absorbed and selfish. And this guy is so obsessed. And she just sort of, she's at the centre of their universe. And maybe she didn't think that he would do it. Maybe she didn't think, like she didn't think that he would figure them out. She didn't think that he was brave enough or heroic enough or that much of a man to follow the clues. But he did. And that is because she underestimated him, I guess. In a lot of ways, he just saw his own version of her. And there's a lot from this that I really did take from it. And I've started, after seeing a video by Ira Blissett, I've been highlighting quotes that I enjoy from books. And there's a lot of quotes that I've really sort of loved from this. Like a lot. And one of them is, what a treacherous thing it is to believe that a person is more than a person. And that is very much how he sees Margot. She is like this adventurer, this miracle girl, and actually she is just a person. And there was, John Green, it was a good book. I enjoyed it. It was fun, it was a cute contemporary, and on the surface, if you don't look too deeply, if you don't actually really think about this, then it is good. But the more I thought about it, the more it annoyed me, and yeah, just it didn't feel that realistic. Now I understand books are never going to be, but at the same time it's a contemporary. It's like, but yeah, this Margot was not a fan of Margot. She just, I guess she kind of likes to be, to me and to a lot of other, like the characters in the book, she just wanted to be the centre of their universe. And actually maybe she didn't see it that way, but at the same time she's just so self-absorbed and narcissistic and selfish that that's just what it ended up being. That they won't go, they like drive for 24 hours to New York from Florida, and I'm like, come on. Yeah, my thoughts about this book are a bit all over the place, and I'm just a bit like what just happened? What did I just read? I will try and do a review on Goodreads. Whether I will succeed in putting any words together coherently about my thoughts on this, I don't know, but if I do, it will be linked in the description box. Please, if you have any thoughts on this book that are similar or dissimilar to mine, let me know in the comments, because I would really appreciate knowing how other people feel about this book, because I am just so like, I don't know. Yeah, you can tell from this video how I feel about Paper Towns. But if you do want a really, I read this, considering I've been interning, really quickly. And it's a cute summer contemporary. So the guy characters like Q and Ben and Radar are really cool. I loved getting to know the character of Lacey. I love seeing how the more Ben got to know her, the more she sort of changed, but actually she didn't change. That's who she'd always been. That was really interesting, and there's a lot you can take from this. There's a lot of amazing quotes, a lot of things to think about that aren't they are to do the storyline, but they're also related to life. So yeah, sort of a 3 to 4 stars for this, depending on probably what day of the week. So yes, those are my thoughts on Paper Towns by John Green. Apologies that this video has been a little bit all over the place, but I guess that's just how I feel about this. So I feel a bit all over the place after reading this book, and that's how I felt about it. Remember to like if you did enjoy this, and if you have any thoughts similar or dissimilar to mine about Paper Towns, let me know. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you've got any requests of videos you want me to do, again, let me know in the comments or give me a tweet. Remember to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this, and I shall see you soon, guys. Bye.